All right. It is time for one singular ego. I guess there's also the Sinclair Soup up Threadspin 5 or whatever. Not sure if I'll be able to exactly check that out. Actually, wait a minute. Am I able to? Am I? Oh my god, I can. Wait, Don? Hold on. Hold on. Did both of them? Huh? I did not know about that. I thought it was just for Sinclair. I'll have to check that out in a minute. First off, though, is Scissors Don. Okay, 12 and 12. Heal. Okay, this was very important because HP and SP, it's usually one or the other, but both. So 6% HP, 5 SP for 2 plus Envy Res divided by 2 allies. Max 4. I guess that's fine. Although 6% HP is really low, and 5 SP, it's 5 SP. I don't know. I mean, Clash is 24, attack weight 3. That's like, also, I feel like people also have to keep in mind it's a Zion. Like, this is a tier 1, or like the lowest form of ego. So like, that's fine. And it only costs Envy as well, so that is pretty nice, but plus 200% damage on Clash lose, interesting. And gain a bunch of shield just cause, okay, interesting. Max 30, alright, it's not terrible. 1 attack power down, or just 1 power down. Next turn, once per target, inflict 4 bleed. Yeah, I mean, it turns it into a bleed ego, or it makes it, it is a bleed ego, but it's not for the bleed, it's for, what is this for anyway? Attack power down? I mean, it does HP heal, SP heal, attack power, keep saying attack power down, and bleed. It's also just a 24 rolling Clash button, being a Zion at 5 Envy resource costs. Doesn't seem anything crazy though. Like, I mean, yeah, it's a Zion ego for sure. It's good. It's not like anything crazy though. Like, this is not a very high number. Also, it doesn't look like this number increases at all based on conditionals, so there's that as well. Like, say things have like 300 HP now, then 6% of that is what? Like, some amount of HP. Well, that's 6% of that. It's not a lot, long story short. It's not a lot. So, actually, is that like 18? Did I do that right? Hold on. Okay, I should not need it. Okay, I'm maybe a little bit tired for this. 300 times 0.06. Yeah, that's 18. Okay, I was right. Why did I need to double check myself? I should have. Alright, whatever. Okay. Anyways, I mean, that's fine. It's like about 20 HP. Isn't quite 20, but 5 SP, that's like only 5. I mean, I guess if it goes among 4 allies, then that's like, sure. Also, if you're able to get this, get the Envy for every turn, then sure. Also, I think for allies that have the lowest current HP percentages, I guess so. It doesn't say for other allies with the lowest HP. So I guess Dawn can give herself HP, or not HP, give herself SP back if she's like higher in turn order. So I mean, because once again, I say once again, in the preview for this, I've heavily said this is very much for the middle team. Now, like, yeah, other teams can use it, but like, it's for the middle team. Other teams, sure, they can put it on but the middle team is where it fits best. Doesn't mean it's unusable in other teams, but it likes NV res. Okay, corrosion for +4. +4? Okay, I thought that was gonna be a negative coin for sure, but I guess not. I mean, that's fine. Attack weight 3 still. Targets randomly. Final power +1 for every 2 NV res. Max 3. So now it's actually gaining power somewhere for once. So what's that gonna go up to? Max 3, so 7 plus 12, 19. I mean, I guess. Clash Wind, deal plus 100% main damage, damage to the main target. Sure, yeah, that's fine. Gain shield equal to NV res times 5, max 30. Okay. Clash lose, skill inflicts plus 1 more power down. So first 2 coins, absolutely nothing, and then power down, but another if Clash lose, and then bleed. So I guess it really doesn't matter if you win or lose with the Clash, because you might actually want to lose on the corrosion, because you get the 30 shield, and then you get, I mean, it's only for the power down. This is not anywhere near enough damage to make up for not using a skill 3 in a middle team, spamming skill 3s every turn. So this is really just for the power down. The corrosion, the awakening, HP, SP, but like the other effects, really, it's whatever. If you want power down, then it's just the corrosion, I guess. Passive, let's see. Envy skills deal plus 10% damage. So yeah, she just wants the passive at this point. Envy skills 10% damage bonus. Yeah, that's for the middle team. Said skills deal plus 1% more damage for every 1 envy resin, max 7%. So that's for the middle team. Turn start, gain offense level equal to cumulative HP taken, damage taken by this encounter, including shield damage. So that's for the middle team. Combat start on NV resin inflicts needle to all enemies, and unique bleed when taking NV damage, gain plus 1 bleed count to reduce effects. Oh, and reduce effects stacked by 1. Turn and gain 1 bleed and reduce effects stacked by 1. So once again, that's for the middle team. It just goes on the middle team. There's really not much to go over for this one. It costs 5 NV, which you get by, guess what? Using the middle team. It's just the middle team. That's literally the only explanation for this entire ego. Yeah. Now, as I said about probably a minute ago, it doesn't need to be on the middle team. You can use it on other teams if you want a whopping 6% HP heal and a 5 SP heal. Crazy numbers there, I know. If you want that much as a heal, then sure, yeah, you can use that. But aside from that, there's attack power down as well. I keep saying attack, it's just power down. All skills lose power. So not just attack skills, but defense skills as well, I guess. I guess that's what the difference is between attack power down and just power down. Although what enemies even use defense skills, aside from all the ones that use defense skills? Anyways, yeah, now I want to look at the soup ones. Okay, let's look at Sinclair first. Alright, so an unbreakable coin is added, and also 6 base power. Okay. So let's go over quickly what it was before. Targets the unit with the least HP. If target is an ally, deals 0 damage. Target is an ally, heal them for 10% of the user's max HP. Inflict 7 burn. If target is an ally, give 2 haste when you go resource amp next turn. Really? Okay, I'm gonna be really interested, because I think it was for Sinclair and Don. I didn't realize Don's lifetime stew got a uptie 5 as well, or threadspin 5 as well. I thought it was just for Sinclair, but I mean, I guess they do have the same, well, not the same, but they both have lifetime stew, so I guess it's for both of them. But they didn't do that with like 4th match flame. They did what, Ryoshu's first, then Yisong's. I don't know if Rodia even had hers uptied yet. Both are gonna interest you now? Really? Okay. I mean, the fact that they're getting an upgrade after so long is already pretty interesting. Already had her. Oh, did she? I did not remember about that. Okay, maybe I'll have to check that as well. Okay, inflict 7 burn. If target is an ally, give 2 haste. 1 go resource amp. So basically, either you heal your allies for 10 HP, 10% HP, or you give them 7 burn and effects that nobody cares for, except maybe like 2 IDs. Okay. And the corrosion, 24 and minus 12, sure. Attack weight 3, targets unit with the least HP. Spend 3 random ego resource to boost damage by 30%, inflict plus 2 burn count. Wow, that's quite a bit. Alright, and the passive, on tails hit, inflict 1 burn if the target is an enemy. Okay. That's not like, yeah, make this usable. There's quite a few things I need to do that for. Like, Soda Honglu still kind of needs that too. I feel like it's really interesting that they're doing this in like batches of specific egos at a time. Because like when Uptie 4 was first introduced, it was just every ID got an Uptie 4 like on the date it dropped. So interesting how this Threadspin 5, they're just doing slowly at a time. Okay. Threadspin 5 is 24 and minus 8. Still 7 attack weight. Targets the unit with the least HP. Required gluttony ego resource to use the skill is reduced to 0 if target is an ally. This skill deals 0 damage and does not trigger defense skills. Including Clash Book defense skills. Oh, did it activate defense skills before then? Okay. Clash will use base power minus 8. What? Okay. I guess so, as long as he's aiming for his allies, which we'll see if that's a good thing or not in a second or two. If this skill hits an ally, this unit heals SP equal to the number of allies targeted by the skill. With 7 attack weight? Really? Well, I don't think he can target himself, so it's probably gonna be 6. Right? So, I mean, 6 SP, sure, I guess. I don't know. Heal this unit 4, 5 times number of allies targeted by this skill, percent max HP, min 5, max 20. Okay, so a 20% heal on Sinclair. Who asks for that? Who needed a 20% heal on Sinclair? Is it just on Sinclair? Hold on a second. Hold on. I might have just missed something very crucial. Let me not talk for 30 seconds while I'm reading up to the... One moment. Gain 1 ego resource amp and 2 haste next turn. If target is an ally, I'm not hit. Heal target for 5 times number of allies targeted by the skill. Max 20%. Gain 1 ego resource amp, 2 haste next turn. Tails hit, inflict number. So, number condition on the ego resource amp. Yeah, that's that and the haste. So you no longer need the tails hit for that side of the buff, along with the 7 burn. You just don't hit tails, and you still get all the buffs you want and the healing. So, at first I was thinking 20% for himself. What does that matter? If it's 20% for all target allies hit, that is really good. Now, 20% is a lot of HP. Like, that's 20%. If you have 100 HP, that's 20. So if you have 300 HP, that's 60. 60 HP. Now, the good part about that is he has 7 attack weights. Now, you can only have, well, right now, if you have a max of 7 on one field, you still have 6 other people that are not Sinclair. So that's 6 people healing for like about 60 HP. So that's about like 360 HP healed with that. Like that's good. That's actually like usable now. Like he actually does something. Wow. Okay. What about the corrosion? 28 and minus 12 was it before? 24 minus 12. So that's boosted by 4. Okay. Completely changed. There you go. Yeah, Yeah, it went from one of the worst egos of all time to now an ego that just has healing utility. That's basically it. Actually, I gotta wait until I see the passive as well, low-key. Alright, okay, target unit with the least HP, required gluttony ego resource to use the skills reduced to 0. But just for free? But why? Oh wait, here it's put to 0 as well. I thought it was if targeting an ally gets reduced to 0. It just instantly gets reduced to 0 just because. Okay, alright, just... Sure, yeah, why not? Okay. Alright. Everything's becoming a mini fluid sack now. Yeah, everything is just an imitation of fluid sack. Although, I'm wondering... So, the thing is, it says required gluttony ego resource to use the skill is reduced to 0. Although, I don't know if that means you have to still have 1 gluttony to activate the skill, like to slot it in, and then it costs 0. Or if even if you're at 0 gluttony, if you can still use it. So, not sure how that's gonna work exactly. Because... It says required gluttony ego resource to use the skills reduced to 0. You still need it. I would think so as well. I would think that you would need at least 1 gluttony to equip the ego. But that it doesn't use it well. But the thing is, when you slot it in, it automatically takes it. So maybe... I don't know. I'll have to check. I don't know if I'll be able to though. I don't know if people will have it in their support slots just yet, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to try it out or not. Okay, anyways, back to the corrosion. Clash will use base power minus 12. For attack, deal plus 15% damage for every 4. Burn potency on all targets. On all targets. Max 60%. I mean, how much damage is this gonna do? 28 plus 60% times 3 is a number. Let's just round to 45 times 3, 90, 125, about, maybe like 130. I mean, sure, that's fine, I guess. I mean, yeah, that's good actually, but like, what are the odds of actually hitting tails on this? Probably not very high. Okay, anyways, before attack, consume up to 3 of the most owned ego resource and deal plus 10% damage for every 1 of the ego resource consumed. Okay, so basically it's now dealing almost double damage, so it's like about 50, so 50 times 3, like 150 damage, sure. Inflicts 2 burn count on hit without cracking. If ego resources are spent due to the skill's effect to deal less damage, equal to 50% of this coin's final damage. So another 50%? Interesting. So that's like 75 times 3, which is what? It's like 150, 225, something like that. That's not bad. I mean, yeah, no, that's good. I'm never gonna use this ever, but yeah, it's good. Oh, there's quite a few more things. This is for Don Sinclair, isn't it? I see 40 SP and heal SP. It's for Don Sinclair, isn't it? Tails hit inflicts 1 burn if target is an enemy. Also, it's burn too. So, but yeah, this is definitely going to be for Don Sinclair. When using base attack skills that inflict burn, potency, or count against enemies for plus coin skills at lower than 40 SP, heal 4 SP, it's for Don Sinclair. At 40 or higher SP, deal plus 10% damage. Yeah. For minus coin skills, and Corp Sinclair as well. And Corp support. There just might be. For minus coin skills, at higher than negative 25 SP, you'll lose 4 SP, really. This fact cannot reduce this unit's SP below negative 40. At negative 25 or lower SP, deal plus 10% damage. So, well, I mean, both Don Sinclair and N-Corp Sinclair have burn. They both, well, one has plus coins, obviously, one has minus coins. So, it's kind of interesting. This might be the first ego I've ever seen that actually looks like it's built around 2 different IDs at the same time. Like a lot of the times, an ego has like one specific ID that it's really meant for, but this one is. It seems like it's for both of those IDs, both the Don and Ncorp Sinclair. I mean, I've also seen ones that are just generalist egos that aren't for any ID in particular, but never before have I seen one that's made specifically for 2 different IDs. Originally meant for Ncorp. Yeah, I guess so, because it was on Tails hit, inflict 1 burn if target is an enemy on that. Although then again, so was where is it? Impending Day or whatever it is. Whatever this garbage ego is. Yeah, with a negative coin. Yeah, this was also for Ncorp Sinclair. This was like who's gonna use this ever? Nobody. Not a single. Yeah, no. Don ego. Right, I have to check Dons as well. Okay, let's see what the tier 4 did before checking out the tier 5. Okay, I remember something about the passive. We'll look at that in a sec. Okay, 21 and 4, so 25 rolling. Also, this is. Okay, so these are Teth egos as well. I didn't say that before. Okay, so 21 and 4, so 25 total, 3 attack weight. Boost damage based on current lost resources up to 50%. Inflict +3 burn count. So burn doesn't exactly struggle with counts. Also, it costs a lot of lost resources. Okay. And boost damage up to 50%. Interesting. 22 and 5, so 27 total, 3 attack weight. Targets unit with most HP. Okay, cool. Boost damage based on current lost resources up to 50%. Again. Then spend lost resources by lost resin. Further boost damage by 10% per. There's no cap on this. There is no cap on this. So say you get 12 slots, right? Can you just boost it by 120%? There's no cap on that. I do not see a cap. Inflict +4 burn count. Okay. So, and then passives, really quick. Turn start, convert 2 random non-lost resources. What did I just say? Into 1 lost resource. I don't know about that. I mean, if you have 0 lust gen on a team, then sure, that'd be good. But like, a lot of teams at least have a little bit of balance, or don't want to just spam draining all resources just for one type. Yeah, I don't know about that. All right, I'll check the uptime now. Okay, so it's already gaining power. Final power +1 for every 4 burn plus bleed on main target. Ooh, for the burn bleed team, really? Okay. Max 3, final power. So then it's gonna go up to 24 +4, so 28 rolling. Instead of 25, which doesn't sound like much, but 28 is kind of a number that a lot of egos really like to hit for some reason. Like, I'm pretty sure Ryoshu's base ego at Threadspin 4 hits 28. Rodia's base ego hits 28. And I think some other things hit 28 as well. Like, it's kind of like the cutoff for being a really good rolling ego, I guess. For just like a really solid number. But okay, anyways, we'll keep going. For attack, apply 1 lost power up next turn to allies according to their deployment order for every 6 lost ego resource owned. What did I just read? What? For attack, apply lost power up next turn to allies according to deployment order. Oh, so what, you need 60 lost resources? 30. I saw the 6, so I said 60. I meant 30. Because 6 times 5 is 30, not 60. For attack, deal +6% damage for every 1 lost ego resource. Owned max 120%. So, wait, how much is that then? 20? +6. Yeah, that's 20. So you really want 30 lost ego resources. So I guess if it's for the burn, so okay. So it being for burn plus bleed does not mean it's mandatory to be on only a burn bleed team. It can be on a burn bleed team or a bleed team, or a burn team. But it looks like it's going to be most useful for things with Lust skill 3s, which right now are all of those teams, because burn teams have Lust, bleed teams have Lust, burn bleed teams have Lust. So this is kind of pretty useful, actually. Lust power, yeah, this is actually pretty decent. I mean, yeah, this just boosts a little bit of damage, but this one actually is pretty decent support. Blood Fiend upscale? Absolutely, yeah. Opinion on Sinclair with the 5 ego. It is very usable now. Well, I say very, but it's good that he can heal now. With 20% HP to all allies that are hit. Like, that's because a lot of things you'll see, like, okay, really quickly, we'll come back to Don in a second. Like, if we look at Pursuance Mersault, right? This is one of the better healing egos. This is 30% max HP, right? For 2 allies. So 30% for 2 allies is 30% for 2 allies. So 20% for 6 allies, potentially 7, is pretty big. And like Rhodia as well, her pursuance too. Well, when this is at Threadsman 4, 30%, 2 allies. So I feel like that heal is more than Fluid Sac? Huh. Apparently it heals more HP than Fluid Sac now. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Is that right? It heals more than Fluid Sac? Because Fluid Sac does 15% max HP for 5 attack weight. Oh, no, that's not true. Heal all allies for 15% HP. Never mind. Although, I guess technically it still is more healing, because it's 20% for 6 allies. Potentially 7 if we get an 8th on field. What is passive? His passive is a buff for Don Sinclair and Ncorp Sinclair. It helps him keep his SP up, and then when his SP is up, then damage up. 20% not guarantee. I mean, what's the conditional for it? Heal. Okay, on hit, if target is an ally, heal target for 5 times number of allies targeted by the skill %. User's max HP. So he will always target the unit with the least HP. So as long as whatever you're fighting has more HP than all of the sinners, he will always target all of the sinners. And then he goes off of this number. So you need like at least 4 allies being targeted by him to get the 20%. But then this has 7 attack weight. So he can hit everyone on the team, because right now there's teams of 7. But so, because that's on hit, it's not on heads hit or anything. So that's like guaranteed as long as every ally is targeted and not the enemies. Because 7 attack weight, indiscriminate, targets the unit with the least HP. That is a very important thing to note, because if you go against like a bunch of enemies with like 100 HP, then it's not gonna work. You really need, like, this is gonna be used in, say, like large boss fights, like say Railway, right? Railway, where you're going against things with like 2k HP. Well, actually not as well. Say you're like 10k HP, right? I don't think the sinners have 10k HP, so this is probably gonna not target the thing with 10k HP. Just a thought. But yeah, and then the other stuff is just a bonus on top of that. But 20% of max HP healed is pretty nice. Like that's pretty nice. Okay, back to Don's really quick. What was I up to? Right. Okay. About this boosting Lust power up. So it's not just for burn bleed, just for burn, just for bleed. It's kind of for all of it. Because if it just boosts lost skills, like, although all those teams have lost on them, basically. I think that I already said. But yeah. Okay, +3 burn count, +3 bleed count. So pretty balanced between the two so far. Now the corrosion. Okay, 22 +5. How's that different from this one? It's not. Does it gain final power? Yes, it does. Also, another positive coin as well. Another thing to note is that the corrosion targets unit with most HP. So that's interesting. Okay. Final power, +1 for every 4 burn plus bleed on main target, max 3. So yeah, that's gonna go, what, 25 +5, 30? Yeah, that's good, I guess. Before attack, apply 1 lost power up and 1 lost damage up next turn to all allies according to their deployment order for every 6 lost ego resources owned, max 5 units. So once again, 30 lost ego resource, and the first 5 in deployment order gain a lost power up, lost damage up. Great. Before attack, deal +5% damage for every 1 lost ego resource owned, max 100%. So 20, cool. Then consume lust resin times 2, lust ego resource, max 8. So what, you need 4 resin times 2, right? Deal +20% damage for every 1 lust ego resource consumed. So that's the 8. So 1, okay, yeah, okay. How much damage is this gonna do? Deal +100% damage, deal +160% damage. Interesting. Well, we can just do the math. If it's 30 plus another 30 plus another 30 plus about 50%, so let's just round to like 15. Let's just round to like 20, because who cares? What was it? 30, 30, 30. So 90. Let's just round to 100 times 3 is 300. It's 300 damage, more or less. Well, more, but 300. Well, I guess sometimes less if it's not max conditionals. +4 burn count, +4 bleed count. Okay, so I mean, sure. I guess with the attack weight it's fine. Without the attack weight, not sure. I mean, it's a lust skill on demand, so if you want a lust res on a team, then you can have it, I guess. Now let's check the passive. It's probably gonna be something new. Let's check this one again. Turn start, convert 2 random non-lust ego resources into 1 lust ego resource. Okay, now this one. Turn start, convert 1 random non-lust ego resource into 1 lust ego resource. Also, they added the word ego there, which they didn't have here, but okay. That is already very interesting, because it's no longer like draining multiple resources for 1 resource. So that's already quite the change. And then there's the stuff that I haven't read. At 20 plus lost ego resource, this effect does not activate, and this unit gains 1 lost power up instead. Just on turn start? For free? Just on turn start? Okay. Wow. Alright, sure. Yeah, why not? Okay. Lost base skills deal +1% damage for every lost resonance. For every lost resource owned before attack. +10%. Sure. So yeah. The first thing I'm thinking of is Manager Don with her skill 3 Lust skill, and the Blood Fiend team with their Lust skill 3s and their Lust Resonance, and yeah, that could be pretty interesting for them. I mean, not many people still use that team. I mean, I used it for Railway 6, but not sure if people still use that team, but they're still good. Well, they're no, they are still good. There's teams that are better now, because that's kind of what happens when new IDs come out, but they're still good. That was kind of weird, but weight of scale. Yeah, it is a little. I mean, the Lifetime Stew egos were always a little, what's the word, gimmicky, I guess. But either way, both of them are much, much more usable now. Also, once again, I had no idea that Don was even getting this. The stew uptie 5. I thought it was just for Sinclair. Did anything else get an uptie 5 that I didn't know about? I guess there was the Rhodia that I kind of forgot about. Do I have her 4th match form? I don't have it at 4. Okay. Compared to Sinclair, it's not universal. The Don's ego. Yeah, I feel like Sinclair has much more use cases for his, because Don's kind of has to stay on a team with, there's like 3 things that it has to have. It either has to have burn, or bleed, or lust. You know, it doesn't even need burn or bleed, it just needs lust. Like burn, bleed, yeah, for its conditionals, whatever. But really, it's just a lust ego. It's not even about the burn and bleed anymore. It's just about the lust resources and power up and damage up or whatever. That's really it for that one. Whereas Sinclair just gets a 20% heal on all ally targets hit, which does more than fluid sac, potentially. Keyword potentially. Very, very keyword potentially. Focus on word potentially. Also 2 haste. Yeah, that's like kind of just like an added bonus, and ego resource amp as well. And it applies on, wait, does it apply next turn? Gain 1 ego resource amp and 2 haste next turn. I'm gonna guess this applies next turn. So that's generating more ego resources, which means more egos. So yeah, that's good, as long as he doesn't kill his team, which he really shouldn't be doing on this, right? He's also getting 4 more coin power and an unbreakable coin. And it's on hit. It doesn't even need to be on hit without cracking. It's just on hit. So that's like a very, very easy conditional for him to fulfill for the 20% for all allies hit. The hardest part about this is targets the unit with the least HP. But like, to be honest, in fights where you have more HP than the enemies, you don't need to be healing in the first place. Like, if you have more HP than the enemies, it's because you're winning the fight, right? Or if the enemies just have low HP, then they're just gonna die anyway. So it's like, the only time you're gonna be using this is in boss fights. Probably. And by you, I mean me. And by me, I mean when I eventually get the ego in 5 decades, when I have enough shards to spare. But like, it's fine. It's fine. It's much, much, much more usable now than this. Like, this is genuinely a huge, huge difference. Also, now with Don Sinclair, like with burn teams for Sinclair actually active now, and this passive as well is pretty important. Like, it's just an extra source of damage for him. It's good. It's really good. It's just good. And it's on Teth. What else is in this Teth slot? Does he have a single other Teth ego that's actually worth mentioning? I don't think so. Let's check. Hexnail and Impending Day. Impending Day is Impending Day. I don't think I even need to heal all allies for 15% of their max HP. Since when? Also, it's on kill, so it's like never gonna activate anyway, but like, it's still, I guess it's still kind of impressive that it even does that. Yeah, no, this is not. Yeah, no, it's not a usable ego. Does this heal at all? No. What does this even do? Curse? Okay, I'm not reading all that. Okay. What does a passive do? Combat start. If this unit has a negative effect, gain clash power up and defense power up. Gain protection for every 3 negative effects on self. That's whatever. Yes, absolutely. Only Teth ego worth the use. I mean, what does this even do? Attack weight +1. Be at thread spin, it does more. What does it roll? It rolls a 21. Is that right? A 21? I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. One hit, clash power down once per turn. Okay. What does this even do? What is the point of this ego? Is it just to apply debuffs? Is that it? I mean, maybe for the ring team, which, which Sinclair does not have a ego for, or ego. It does not have an ID for the ring team, so not really sure what he's gonna do with that. But he does have 1, 2, 3. Is this burn? It is burn. 1, 2, 3, 4 burn IDs. Now, why does he have 4 burn IDs? I could not tell you. I have no idea. He just kind of does. But for some of them, they like to have SP, and if they like to have SP, then an ego that gives them SP will be good for them. And now half of that burn team is supported by that ego as well, directly by the ego passive. And the others, they're still burned, so they're still fine, whatever. Sadly, just Sanguine Desire. Get the nails ego. Sanguine Desire. Which Sanguine Desire? There's quite a few Sanguine Desire. There's this one, which might be the one that you're talking about. The one that just stops bleed from lowering. Main target does not lose bleed count for a turn. Then there's the original. Okay. Actually, how many are there anyway? There's like one on. Okay, wait, that's Sanguine Pointless. I'm just thinking of the word Sanguine at this point. And then there's some. Was it in it? Dawn, Ego, not Ego. Dawn, something. Maybe I was thinking of that. No. No. What am I thinking of? Was it one of the passives for... Yeah. Sanguine. They just love the word sanguine. I feel like it was somewhere else as well. I'm not remembering where though. I don't remember. I feel like it was somewhere else as well, but kind of blanking on it right now. Okay, anyways. Oh, I did not check Rodia's 4th match. You know, it's fine. It's fine. You know, I kind of want to see if I can test any of them. Maybe I'll just go into one of these really quick with a support. I'll test the Sinclair one. Does anyone have... Okay, that's third spin 4. 4. Okay, no. What about Dawn? Nope, 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 nope. Okay, what about... Why am I even on Faust? Dawn is the one... Oh wait, does anyone have the new Dawn ego? I guess I can check that as well. Nope, 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 nope. Right, it was a Zion. I am looking for the new ego, because I do not have it, and I don't want to shard it. I'm either looking for one of the stew at Uptie 5, or why am I on Otis? Why am I on Otis? Okay, anyways. Okay, this I can check. Get it. Okay, where's it? Is that the Honglu one? That one's really good for Tremor teams. Okay, this is pretty good. Okay, this is really good. After defeating an enemy that has burned. What? Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Let me check Don again. Okay, no. Sinclair, maybe? Any stew cooking up for us? Any, alright. Looks like we're doing some slow cooking today. By that, I mean we are not getting... Oh, is that? Oh, is that it? That's it. There we go. Selected. Alright, now let's put you on... Why? Okay. Anyways. Envy. It went away! Oh my god. Why is this my Envy team? Alright, anyways, let's get Don back. It was a middle Don, right? That's not it. Alright, this one has it too, it's fine. Wait, no it doesn't. What am I saying? This one does not have it. Oh my god. Not covering smiling, but... Switching Karen... Why is everything follow you? Karen... Ah... That... Is that... I think that one's good for bleed count. I think I remember. I think I used that in Railway 6. Okay. Why is my RNG with this so atrociously... Oh, there it is. There you are. Alright, now let's try out this ego. Rail 6. Yeah, Railway 6 was rough. I still have to redo it for the sub whatever turn count thingy. I'm probably gonna do that when I actually shard the new IDs, or like the season 7 IDs, because I just don't have those IDs right now. I don't know why. I just don't. I just don't have them at all. They updated support. Yeah, they need a refresh function. I'm sure people have said that before. They need a refresh function. They really need a refresh function. Well, so this isn't exactly how the middle team works, but, well, actually, you know what? We'll save that ego for a minute. And by for a minute, I mean, we'll use it next turn. And go. Every 7 maybe. Yep. Oh, yeah, LC Aotis is probably not the most important one. Lamb. Okay, so just the ones for the sinking team. I would say the priorities to shard for the season are very, very easily just the Nurse Father team. Like Ryoshu with the Nurse Fathers is just really good because they all just have such good numbers. They're all just really, really strong for like no reason. Well, obviously for a reason because they're the Nurse Fathers, but yeah, they're good. They're really good. Not one more. Honestly, I'm okay with that. I would much rather them take their time and give us good content than like rush it and then have to be behind on other things. Like I'm fine with that. Because it's not like they're just stopping all content. Like they just like all content because they just released a bunch of ego stuff and then they're doing a reflect trial thingy next week or whatever. Like it's fine. Okay, now to try the ego. Let's see what this thing actually does. I kind of already forgot what it does, even though I just read it. Well, I guess I did at the start and then started reading other things. Yeah, that'll be something. Alright, what does this ego do again? I know I just read this, but it was like heal 6% HP, 5 SP. Oh right, it does basically nothing. I mean, it's not bad, right? It's not bad, but like, say I have 300 HP, 6% HP. How much is that gonna heal? Like, okay, well, if 2% of 100 is 2, then that times 3 is 6, and that to 300 is 18. I already did this math. Why am I? Okay. Anyways, so 18 HP for people with 300 HP health, whatever. Who has 300 HP? Well, literally no one. Not a single person on this team has 300 HP. So everyone's healing below 18 HP. If they even need healing. Which they don't even need healing. Or 5 SP. Whatever. I guess it's in deployment order. It's whatever. It really... Okay, and she hit tails. Okay, so Don, when I'm doing a ego demo, normally you want to hit heads on that. But, sure. Okay, yeah, why not? Oh, I don't really care for that new ego. It's, like, it's there, right? It's there. It's a Zion ego, so it's like, sure. Yeah, might as well have an ego that heals a little bit. So, you know, compared to the other Zion egos, the other ones don't all heal HP and SP, but this one does. It's just a little bit, weak. But, I mean, yeah, it is a Zion ego of all things. Yourself on the team. Wonder why it's not the this one? I don't know. Oh! I didn't think of that. Hold on, I gotta see that again. Now that you mentioned that. Okay, let's see it again. I did not even think of that. Wow, okay. I completely forgot about that. Okay, let's analyze this frame by frame. Okay. Alright, Don is here. Okay, Don is getting skipped for some reason. Alright, Sinclair, this is not your showcase. I know you have a Thread Spin 5, but not right now. Okay. Alright, so that's a really good point. I think she might have been wearing boots over her boots. Like that, I know this sounds crazy. I think she's wearing boots over her boots, potentially. Is that? Because I don't think her legs are that bulky. It looked like she was wearing boots that were made to look like bare feet over her legs. Barefoot and the art. Hold on, let me check the art again. I can't put it in here. It doesn't work. Is it possible that she's wearing stuff over her boots? Is that... it doesn't make like any sense, but I don't know. I feel like that's the only way I could think they would explain it. No? Huh. That's really weird if she is. Because then, yeah, then she should be like crashing out. But I don't know. That's really weird. Okay. Alright, well, we're just gonna start spamming this at this point, because, well, because we can. Why wouldn't we? Alright, let's go with, 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those. Do we have 6+ of A resin? See, now, if you had 1 singular... Oh wait, it's some of A resin, so that means absolutely nothing, because So you guys do not have envy on demand, which is why we need the middle team running, which I do not have online because I'm missing like half the members. And by half, I mean the main important ones. Oh well, let's go. Alright. Did I get rid of the ego? I got rid of the ego, didn't I? Yeah, I did. For the saying. The song. For the middle? I have for the middle Don, middle Mersault, middle Sinclair. I'm missing Otis, Heathcliff, and Ishmael. And then there is no 7th middle member just yet. So I don't really know who gets slotted in on that team right now, to be honest. Because I have not looked at it that thoroughly. Is there a middle Yisang? Am I unaware of an ID? Oh, okay. I was so confused for a second. Okay, okay. Alright, that makes more sense. A lamp guy? Gregor? Does Gregor have envy? Actually, wait, I think I... Oh, wait a second, I remember now. I think I remember someone saying something about Lamp Gregor because of the super slow speed. Lets everyone else have much easier time getting a resonance. But does he have envy? I don't remember if he has envy or not. So, you know, Ishmael, you could have just had an envy skill and then kept the chain going, but I guess not. Oh, actually they have 6 resin anyway, it's fine. Okay, we'll throw in... not that, that's the wrong... Throw in that just to see how it goes with 6 envy res. Because why not, I guess. Lamp guy is always the last. Okay. Alright, so... For an ego showcase, I didn't really feel it did that much, to be honest. Like, the team is fine without it. What? Okay, sure. Okay, let me check a lamp. Do I have a lamp? I do. I don't know if I'm uptight. Actually, no, I do have uptight. What am I saying? Okay, yeah. What is his speed at right now? 1 to 4. And then he also gains does he gain bind at some point? Yes, gains bind. Okay. Well, gains bind from like 1 source. Okay. Does he have envy egos? Doesn't have envy, but ego. I don't know if it does. Okay, yeah, he does not have any envy egos right now. Can always make 6 res and primal team. For defense, skill 3, enhanced skill 3. What has envy? Let's check. It's filtered by envy. Okay, and then check this. And none of them have envy defense skills, not a single one of them. What about the charge one from this season? Let's check that one. Do you have envy on your defense? Yes, you do. And on a skill 3. Okay. LCE ego. Oh, I thought you're. I don't know why. I thought you were talking about the ego, not the. I forget that there is ego IDs. Forgot about that. Whoops. Okay, so yeah, that would be good for that then. And he gains shield from this as well, which is also a huge plus, but I don't know if there would be an ID that's more ideal for Envy spam. Check enhanced skill 3. Does it give Envy damage up? Bonus damage, attack weight, thing. From raining charge, deal more damage. Put electricity and charge sting. For Envy skills, strength and effect. Take more damage for skills that gain or consume. Although middle team doesn't gain or consume charge count, so I don't think they will be able to use that. Unless they have like some sort of unique charge, like on Otis or Heathcliff. If they like consume certain statuses or whatever, maybe, but it's huh. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I remember he does not exactly die very easily. Yeah. Realize, heal HP, equal to sum of charge count. I feel like there's gotta be a more optimal Envy member. I feel like this Faust is pretty good because Envy on the skill 2 is very strong, and then the defense skill is Envy as well. And then Faust also just has Envy egos as well. Some more usable than others. Well, both her Envy egos kind of suck, but I mean, what else really has Envy? You know, I don't know if much else has Envy. Because a lot of the people with a lot of Envy, they're the ones that have IDs that I need to swap out for on the middle team. Like Heathcliff, Ishmael, Otis, they're the ones that I need Envy for. And Mersault has middle Mersault, so that doesn't really go on there. But for Envy team, it's just 6 middle. It's Gregor. I guess I still don't know whether it's between the lamp or LCE now. Mersault is a must-have to ego. Are you talking about this one? To be honest, I really don't care about this ego. Gain 8 charge count, apply that to allies, number of affected allies. But let me check third spin 4. Add 4 plus apply envy damage up to self and all affected allies. I mean, maybe it's envy damage up. Is that 2 envy damage up? I mean, it's not bad. For attack, something. It's not envy damage up there though. I guess it's this that people like, the double envy damage up, I suppose. I mean, personally, I don't really like that ego. Cause regret, I just prefer to have regret on like every death slot for Mersault. Like, it's just way simpler. Cause also his middle ID isn't the most usable. He's just not strong compared to the other middle members. Like, this is his best thing. Now, plus coin drop is good, but this isn't an envy skill. So if he wants 6 plus envy A resin while he's like in the middle of the group with not an envy skill, like, what's the point in doing that? Because he doesn't have the thing that all the other middle members have, where it is at whatever resin, use your skill 3 as an envy skill. It's whatever. I don't really like middle Mersault. We need another middle team member. Like, he does no damage. Or minimal air assault. Yeah, he doesn't. But anyways, that's kind of all. I kind of went over everything I wanted to, which was Don and Sinclair. Well, the only ones I knew about were Don and Sinclair. I didn't know that this Don also had, which I actually don't think I would have checked if I didn't open it by accident that first time. I just had no idea that that was going to be a thing, but I guess it is. But yeah, so that's probably gonna be all for now. Is it a standard fare? No. What is it in? Vent? No. Extract? Oh, it is an extract. Why? Why is it there? I mean, I guess that makes sense if it was kind of like one of the past things. Sure, that makes sense, I guess. Okay, anyways. Okay. That's gonna be all for now. And yeah. Okay. Thanks to anybody that stopped by. And have a good one. Alright. See ya.